Cortez because it's an anomaly. It's kind of a town that should never have been in a way.
Say more about that.
Well, I don't know the whole history of Cortez, but what I understand, it was very much linked to the development of the mining industry in the San Juan Mountains as a supply base for that industry. A place, because that industry was driven by mule power going in and out of the mines, carrying the load, and also just generating energy for that activity, plus the people who lived there and worked there, and everyone needed food. So some people were like, hey, look at the Montezuma Valley, and let's grow some hay and feed it to the donkeys, and grow some food, feed it to the people, and let's build this irrigation canal so that we can do that. Tunnel, really, right? So the tunnel came first, and then the farmland, and then the ranchers. Also, it was one of the last places where you could actually get a homestead for free, I think. I could have this wrong. So with that in mind, there's an aspect of it that's completely fabricated. Without the irrigation tunnel and without the mining push, there wouldn't have been a reason to settle here. And then those things went away. The mining, the crash in the late 1890s happened, and the mining industry in the San Juan was just, overnight practically ended. And everybody went to California and Alaska. And so it's almost like it's a relic of that time still. And so it's just perpetuated from all that time, like having to reinvent itself over and over again through all these different, economic pressures. And today we find ourselves in 2012 where, it's hard to get here, it's not easy, it's not on any convenient transportation route, there's no trains going by, there's no highway, like interstate anywhere near here. Even the communications, the modern day communications with the internet and cell phones and everything are a challenge because it's so rural and because there aren't a lot of people here. And so we still find ourselves like marginalized in a way, but yet everyone here loves it. So that's what I love. It's like people are here because they love it here, not because it's convenient or they can get a great job or whatever. It's because they're attached somehow, linked to that place. So
what do you think it is? What do you think forms that attachment?
Well, when I first moved here, somebody told me it was the vortex. And there was like this energetic vortex. I don't really know anymore, like I don't know how to describe that. But, I know for me, I've been here 11 years. So for me, it's like being able to be in the mountains, being able to be in the desert, being able to have my own space and stretch out and look out on a lot of open space that's not owned by people, and so that gives me that sense of freedom and expansiveness. And you don't find that anywhere east of the Mississippi. And in the West, you find it, but always in these marginal environments. You've either got like severe desert, or you've got like Montana mountains, long winters, or sometimes both, like in the Dakotas, or it's really dry and really cold. And so this is kind of a nice mix of all of those things. If you want to be where it's cold, you just go up high. If you want to be where it's hot, you go down low. And it's all kind of convenient. And it's almost like a hidden treasure, too. Like, not many people know about it. And it's hard to make a living here, so it has that edge. Like, you feel like you're a survivor. Just, going about your day-to-day business.
Awesome. And Melissa, if there's one thing you could improve about Cortez?
It's a huge mix of cultures, and I would like to see more mutual appreciation between cultures. There's a real historic, we know the history, right? The white folks came over from Europe and killed off all the natives, and that history is really recent. 100 years ago, there's a lot of native land, maybe 150 years ago. It hasn't been that long. And so I feel like a lot of that tension is still really present today, but it's not spoken of. It's not acknowledged. And so people just sort of do what they've done and have their own prejudices and carry those forward with their children. And I would like to see that change.
Thank you.